Welcome, everyone. Hi, I'm Keith Vitali, and welcome to Psychic Podcast. In this episode, I want to talk about the popular movie Revenge of the Ninja, and specifically my marquee fight scene. It was a courtyard or playground fight scene where I went up against a real professional wrestler named Steve Gator Wolf. Now, he's 6'6", weighs 365 pounds. I'm close to 6 foot tall, and at the time, it's about 160 wet. So it made up for a great contrast, a great fight sequence. The stunt coordinator who's choreographing the fight sequence is a guy named Steven Lambert. He's phenomenal. He's very famous in the stunt world. We have a first-time action director. His name is Sam Furstenberg, and great guy. And he kind of took care of me, which I'm so thankful for. Both of these gentlemen are great friends of mine, even to the day. So this fight sequence, what we had is I'm the co-star with Sho Kasumi, who's the star of Revenge of the Ninja. We go to a playground situation, and there, of course, are a bunch of bullies, bunch of bad guys. One of them happens to be a gay cowboy played by stuntman Steven uh, Lambert, which I got a chance to fight him, which I'm so proud of, and it was kind of fun. So anyway, Steve Lambert choreographs the fight sequence between me and Gator Wolf. Phenomenal. Gator Wolf gives us insight to real wrestling moves. You know, how to pick me up by my neck and raise me up, and how to break me over his knees, and how to toss me and punch me, and all these phenomenal tricks of the trade. So we learned our sequences. We had everything down pat. Director says action, and every time there was a take, the director would go cut, cut, and he'd run over to me, try to take care of me, going, "Oh my God, you're hurt, you're hurt." And I go, "I'm not. I'm just acting." It looks like he's breaking me over his knee. It looks like he's choking me and holding me up and throwing me, but he knows how to do it and take care of me. So I was totally protected. I never got hurt one time, but it was funny because Shmuel, like Sam Furstenberg, he'll go on to produce a lot more action movies, and he's very well known in his genre. But at that time, this was his first one. And he was kind of nervous about seeing his co-star in the movie hurt. So at one point, at one of the sequences, he wanted to see me hit Gatorwolf with a full side kick and then knock Gatorwolf back. We tried it a few times, and Gatorwolf, because of his size, was having a hard time responding and really seldom. So Shmulek got on him a little bit. Sam, the director, got on him a little bit and said, "Just do a better job." So I felt so bad for Gatorwolf. He looks at me and he goes, "Keith, go ahead and just slide up and hit me full power." So I remember saying, "Stephen, I don't want to hurt you." And he goes, "You're not going to hurt me. Look at you." He said, "You can't hurt me. Just hit me." So I said, "All right." Director goes action. We do our techniques. I slide up and I explode my sliding sidekick. I catch him in the chest. I propel him back. He's on the ground. He's holding his chest in pain. And he's looking up at me, and he's kind of proud of me, the fact that I could actually hit him this hard. And he says, "I'm staring at your imprint on my chest." He said, I can't even believe it." So anyway, we finished the sequence. I couldn't wait. I really couldn't wait for the movie to come out because I wanted to see this intricate fight scene between me and this giant. Here's the reality of the movie world. What you're hoping to see sometimes is not what happens on film. A lot of our fight scene got cut and sliced, and part of it's on there, but not the whole fight sequence. And that's sad. So after we finished filming for the day, I invited him back to my trailer. So I opened the door and he looked at me and he goes, "Keith, you can't do that." And I paused and I said, "What do you mean I can't invite you to my trailer?" He says, "You don't understand. We're in Salt Lake City. You just don't do that." I said, "Get in the trailer." So he comes in the trailer. He's a native Indian. I didn't understand the social makeup of Salt Lake City or Utah or really of the West. I'm from the South and, born and raised in South Carolina and lived most of my life now in the Atlanta, Georgia area. So I told him, I said, "What are you talking about?" And so we shared stories, and he told me about the world of the native Indians, their plight. And, just basically, we became great friends. So he kind of jokes, and I'll never forget this joke because what a joke to me. He says, "I'd like to take you, if you don't mind, go with me to Minnesota." I believe that was the state. "Let's get in some bar fights on the reservation." He says, "You blow their minds. They never believe your power." And now I was shocked again. I smiled and I laughed. I said, "Steve, Gatorwolf, I will take a knife I'll stab you in your eyes if you ever say that again. Hell no, I'm not going to get in bar fights with you on some Indian reservation. And he giggled and he laughed. And then he got serious. And he says, do you mind if I ask you a question for a second? And I went, yeah, sure, go ahead. And he said, if you, meaning the white people, can put a man on the moon, and he pointed just like that, how is it that you can't put running water on my mother's reservation? Now, this kind of shocked me back into reality. Here I am making a big movie. Here's a big movie. It's a $1 million production, not $100 million production. But to me, a first time starring role, it's a big, big movie. I'm in my uh, own trailer, so I'm living a great life. But I'm kind of shocked that there's another half or another part of society that doesn't even have running water. So I've always had an affinity for the native Indian plight ever since I met Gator Wolf. I've even written a screenplay, hope be made into a movie soon. It's about the life of Daniel Boone. And what I did was I got two chiefs of the Chickamauga tribe in the South to work with me as the consultants. And I had so much of their input into the script. And so when we're talking about the life of the native Indians during the frontier time, it's going to be very authentic. So I'm so proud of this, and I can't wait to see this one be made into a production. Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed the story. And if you did so, please like it and share it. And don't forget to subscribe and check out my other episodes. Until then, ciao.